Hello everyone, this is Inside Football Channel, and today we are gonna talk about really awesome news from the Manchester United Academy. Just a few days ago, two U12 stars simply destroyed their opponents in another game. And yes, these two kids are Rooney's and Ronaldo's sons, shining at the forefront among the youngsters. According to Rising Ballers, Cristiano Jr. and Rooney both managed to score in the last game for the Man United Under-12 team. This was the match against their peers from West Bromwich, in which the Manchester youngsters defeated their opponents with a score of 3-0. And just remember that 6 months ago, we were sure that this is gonna be the most powerful duo of the Red Devils Academy, Rooney Jr. and Ronaldo Jr. Kai already was in great shape before this game, as in 5 last matches he scored as many as 10 goals. And we all knew about his brilliant performances at Man United. But what about Cristiano's son? So today we decided to answer that question and collect all the info about Ronaldo Jr.'s sporting successes at Manchester United. Is he as good as he was at Juventus? Or maybe his career is not going well? Let's find out. And just before we start, make sure to help this video by dropping a thumbs up. Done? Let's get started then. There are not so many videos from Cristiano's training at Man United, as the academy doesn't intend to spread their training info on the web. But we did our best to find and collect all the most interesting footage. Here's one of the newest videos. Here we can notice that Junior still has great dribbling skills. The kid has a good first touch and easily takes on and outrun his opponents. A lot of people admit that at the age of 11, Ronaldo is using both the right and left foot equally well on the pitch, thus standing out from the rest young players. It is unlikely that the son of the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo would not have adopted these signature skills from his famous father, as this was all transmitted at the genetic level and later polished by hard training. We have no doubt that the young player will continue to develop in this direction. And here we can see Ronaldo Jr.'s ability to fight in the air in the penalty box. The well-known fact is that Ronaldo Sr. is a true king and a specialist in this. So Junior has room to improve by all means in this regard. But the guy is no longer afraid to go and fight for the ball. And that's really cool. The guy never forgets to celebrate goals like his father. And during one of the training sessions, Junior decided to do it right on camera. Not without playing the fool sometimes, of course. For example, when Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.'s family comes to watch him play. In general, Georgina tries to attend all Junior's matches and usually takes all the kids with her, Matteo, Eva, and Alana Martina. Let's check out some sweet footage. But this is only training, you'd answer? What about the real stats on the pitch? Is there anything great to show? Sadly, this info is covered in darkness, as nobody collects the guy's actual statistics except for the academy coaches, of course. Hence, we can find out about one goal or another, occasionally like his last strike against West Bromwich that we recently mentioned. There is an assumption that Cristiano scores less here at Manchester than when he was at Juve. Therefore, some people say that he can even fade away from the football map after that. But we don't think so. First of all, football in Italy and England is very different, even at the academy level. And Cristiano has had to go through an adaptation period. Did someone believe that he would have started smashing hat-tricks one by one in a new country, not speaking English, and at only 11 years old? Now we see that Junior has a good pace and keeps on developing in training. He is really standing out among his peers. That's a fact. Yes, there are a lot of other young stars in the academy. For example, do you remember Gabriel we mentioned in one of our previous videos? Make sure to check that out too, as the guy is a real sparkle. But we don't see any signs that Cristiano Jr. could somehow fade out in the ranks of the Red Devils. In February, Cristiano Jr. signed his first professional contract with the club. This can be considered a real recognition of his talent. After a few months of training at the academy, the guy was given an official agreement and a shirt with the legendary 7. And imagine this if Junior performed poorly. they would hardly have signed a contract with him and wouldn't give this iconic for the club number. And speaking about his previous team, the guy proved that he is one of the best players in his age category and will continue to prove in the new team. We are looking forward to seeing some more insiders from Manchester about Cristiano's scoring achievements. Most recently, we talked in detail about the Coal Cup 2022 tournament in Saint-Étienne, France. Briefly, this is one of the toughest tournaments